when the economy's good, people file later. When it's poor, people file earlier because a higher percentage of people want their refund. Also, this year there's record complications. The most complicated tax reform that's existed in my 46-year career happened with Obamacare. So two reasons are forcing people to wait until April to file their return.
So what does that mean for a company like yours, Liberty, or other tax preparers? Does that hit margins that it's more complicated now to file taxes?
It actually does. We charge based on the complexity of the return. So the complexity goes up and our fees go up. So it's good for our business, good for our profits.
Do you have like an Obamacare add-on? You're saying, okay, everyone who's filing this year has to pay a $15 Obamacare tax.
Well, we don't advertise how much it is because it's different in different markets, and the franchisees can charge what they want. But we do advertise by banners and with our street waivers. Liberty has 3,000 street waivers out today. We advertise for Obamacare and ACA. This is the place to get your answers.
What makes it so complicated? I mean, Obamacare is something that I can hardly ever get my head around, but what makes it so complicated if you can pinpoint it?
It impacts everyone that it wasn't covered by insurance. If you buy insurance, you get a credit, and you have to calculate the credit. You have to do it every month for 12 months. And if you don't pay the insurance, then you have to pay a penalty, and you have to calculate that. So it's a complicated calculation, and it affects 30% of the population.
So how is the business in general? I mean, is this a business where I would assume that everyone already has a tax preparer and just keeps going back to that tax preparer, but is there growth here? Is it the kind of thing where you can win business from H&R Block, for example, or TurboTax?
Yeah, we've been growing faster than H&R Block or the Jackson Hewitt for my entire career, for the last 15 years with Liberty. And yes, you can grow, but you're right, 70% of the people that file go back to the same person that did their return last year. But that's still 40 million people that are switching and looking for a new preparer. So that's the low-hanging fruit for us, is find the people that are switching preparers and market to them.
Let me ask you about your business from the standpoint of an entrepreneur. You sold Jackson Hewitt for $400 and some odd million, and immediately, like a week or two later, went and bought 100 and some offices in Canada to start your new business. What drives you to do that rather than just buying a catamaran and like a couple bottles of rum in the BVI's?
Yeah, I'm kind of a fanatical competitor, and I'm cocky enough to believe I'm the second most successful person ever in income tax after Henry Block. And that's impressive to be second best in the history of the human race. But would you want that on your tombstone? He was #2 tax guy. I got to win. They got to kill me to stop me.
So you want to be #1?
#1 before I die.
Then I guess you're still focused on expansion, right? Where can you go from here? And is this an industry that you think needs to be disrupted again? Obviously, you already did it once with the original Jackson Hewitt.
We have disrupted it. We're now #2. H&R Block has 10,500 offices, and we have 4,000. So we still have 6,500 offices to go in the United States. Plenty of opportunity to grow. Can
it go further as far as technological advancements? I mean, you started basically the first computer program to help people do taxes. I was thinking about this from a Facebook perspective. If they could get everyone to spend all of their money through that platform, on that platform, you could ideally do your taxes on that platform as well. I mean, will there ever be something like that?
We're talking to companies like Google and Facebook about this opportunity, so that's not far-fetched at all.